Hey everybody, welcome back. It's time for another video, and in this video we're going to be planting up this little corner here with fall color. This corner here is one of the areas in my yard where it's just nice to put something because it otherwise would be pretty plain. So I typically have this area filled with pots or containers, just because I have that evergreen shrub behind there, and then that's kind of a nice backdrop for my hanging basket that you see in the upper right, and some pots that are in stands like this one right here. And it just really makes for a nice showcase area that's not in the ground. And what I did right there and what I am doing right now is I'm clearing the area. I've had many pots in this area for a long time, and I took the drip irrigation line out before I decided to move everything. And now I'm just getting the area ready for fall color. I put some beautiful purple fountain grass that I've had in another area of the yard in a pot in that middle section to kind of ground that area. Now I'm bringing some pots that I had cleared out earlier this week and placing them so where it's balanced, but I'm trying to kind of have some kind of cohesion, but yet not have it so perfectly symmetrical that, it's, too perfect. So I'm just placing these pots, and those pots there, the two large pots I bought at Sam's Club earlier in the summer, they're resin and they're super nice, very lightweight, and they hold a lot of plants in there. And I've had a lot of success with them, so I'm glad to use them again here as kind of a weight for either side of the area or this little corner. And then I have these other two little gray pots that you see, and I'm pushing down the dirt in there before I use the flower tone that I'm going to fertilize the dirt with. And those are flanking either side of those. And I've had this other pot here with the violas that come up wild, actually. They seeded themselves, which was great. But as I'm prepping, as you notice, I put the dirt in all of the pots, and now I'm using flower tone to make sure that I give it the nutrients that they need, because you've heard me say before that if we plant in pots, we need to make sure that we give them the nutrients, because it's up to us, because they're not in the ground. And so if after a while they don't have anything in there, then they aren't as successful, or they don't perform as well. So we want to make sure that we fertilize everything that we do. So now I'm just running the new drip line, and I've moved that pot there that is in the stand over to the side, but I'm running new drip line to everything, because sometimes after a while the drip irrigation, it can get clogged up from hard water, and it's not as efficient. So I'm making sure to remove all of the old and replace with the new, and recycle the old, obviously. And what I'm doing in the large pots here is I'm making round circles that kind of feed into each other. So there's a main line that comes in. I'm using a T adapter, and then creating a circle so that whatever I plant in here, it'll emit water in a circle pattern all the way around the whole pot. And the emitters are in the line that I'm putting in, and they're about every 4 inches, I believe. I could be wrong on that, but every 4 to 6 inches, I believe. So the two large pots that I said I purchased at Sam's Club, I have circle emitters in there, and then I'm running drip irrigation singly to all the other small pots to make sure that they get enough water, because here in Southern California it can get kind of hot and they do dry out quickly. So what I'm planting is snapdragons, and these are the giant size snapdragons. I'm using yellow with a white in the center, and then I'm going to plant those up with a little bit of the violas around the sides, some variegated purple and orange and white, and then some dark purple that I used before in my fall containers near the garage and in my hanging basket. And then over there on the side next to me to my right, you can see that I planted some purple chrysanthemums in there to add to that fall color. So I'm just taking my time and planting everything and making sure all that dirt is packed down in the container really well, and working around that drip line that I installed, making sure that my plants aren't too far away from it, but I think it's going to work fine in these two main large size pots. We'll see. Time will tell. It's always good to test things out in the garden. You never know what's going to happen. If it doesn't work, then you change things, which is really cool. So I'm just tacking down some of those drip irrigation lines so they don't go too unruly, looking back to make sure that everything's balanced, and then finishing off the other pot with some of those violas, those dark colored violas around that those snapdragons that are yellow, and it'll hopefully be a really nice contrast. So I'm going to continue to do this, and I hope you enjoy this video, and you'll see what it looks like in the very end. And as I put some pumpkins and some crates and a little bit of hay, it really does make for a nice showcase corner getting ready for fall. And these plants will, of course, last through the cold winter months here in California. We don't get too cold, but they will do very well in this corner, probably all the way till the spring. So anyways, enjoy this video. Thanks for coming back to watch again as I plant up this corner with some fall color. Thanks, guys. Enjoy.